So, we're going to start this off with this. So, disclaimer, I do not own any of the music that is playing. Secondly, this will probably be the first vlog I've done, or first video diary that I've done since 2016. The last one, I believe, was done in the summer. No, actually, it was done, I believe, March. March, I think, was the last time one was done. So, this is my official, I'm sorry I've been gone for so fucking long. Yeah. This is me now in 2017. 2016 was a whirlwind of emotions, a whirlwind of situations that was going on. But do I talk about them? That's the thing. You know what? Fuck it. So, okay. From the last time I updated in March, a lot has gone on. I have gone through many different kinds of pills. I've changed my hair multiple times, again and again and again, to the point where it's now fried, but still healthy. So, that's that. Another thing, I'm still with my boyfriend since February, so next month will mark 1 year. I'm pretty excited about that. He's a really great guy, and he stood by me through everything, even when I was acting childish and stupid and had no idea what I was doing, and even through my meltdowns, he still stood strong with me. Back in October? September? I think it was September. No, it was October. So back in October, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted. All I knew is I wanted him. But, I'm not gonna lie. My mother is a class AAA manipulator and a brainwasher. So, me being stupid, I was listening to her, and I used to always listen to her. So she was telling me that he wasn't a great guy, that he wasn't for me, that he was causing so many problems in my life that I didn't need it. That he was abusing me emotionally and physically and mentally. And at some point, let me turn the light on because this is starting to look a little dim. The light doesn't help. But yeah, she was saying all this shit about him, and I guess something in my head was like, yeah, sure, he's doing all of this. Let's believe my mother for an hour or two. And so she carried on with it, and she's like, you need to break up with him. You need to break up with him. So I'm like, okay. So I come over to the house, and I don't want to do it. But I fucking do it anyway. I hand him the car key, and I hand him the house key, and something from my heart dropped to my stomach. And in that instance, I knew I was doing the wrong thing. And I knew that this was a mistake, and I shouldn't be doing this, and it was happening anyway, and I didn't know how to stop it, and I was freaking out, and he was freaking out, and things were being broken, and things were being thrown, and he kicked me out for a bit, and then he told me I could come back and get my shit that night. So I came back, and I'm like, this is not what I want. And he's like, well, it's happening. And I'm like, well, it's not what I want. And that next day, I came back, and I wanted to talk to him, and I apologized, and I told him that this isn't what I wanted. I didn't want us to be separated. I wanted us to be together. You're the one person that I love. You're the one person that's actually stood by me through all my bullshit. You're the one person that's actually cared about me, and now I'm getting emotional about this, but long story short, we are back together again, and I don't ever see us breaking up, because he's a really great guy, and he's He's been there through everything with me. And my family, where are they? They're nowhere. I have a meltdown and they say, okay, take your meds and grow up. Have some counseling. Now, Taylor, he tells me, not that I want to name drop, but he tells me that take your meds because they might help, and then talk through your emotions, because he and I am learning to actually vocalize what's going on inside me. And since taking this new medication, which is Wellbutrin, I've been able to think clearly now. I've been able to focus more. I've been more driven, more determined, more like a normal human, I guess, is what you would label it as. And so, yeah, I'm on that now. So now I'm like a normal human. Yay! After that, my aunt and uncle, during that whole process, because they got into a big issue with us too after all that, they divorced. Well, they're in the process of divorcing. This year is going to be the year that my aunt and uncle won't be a married couple. My aunt's going to be working on getting the separation papers and the divorce papers going. My uncle no longer lives in the house. The house is, well, her house is under her name now. She's now changed it over to hers. She's got utilities and everything put into her name. So, and the locks are now changed, so he cannot come into this house. But somehow he still manages to get into the house. No idea how, but like he still manages to get in. So there's that. That happened. I've stopped talking to my mother. We are now no longer on talking terms, and same with my uncle. The minute that he told me that my boyfriend is no good for me, and that he is a piece of shit, and that he told my aunt, if you find anyone on POF, they are nothing but shit, and that they want nothing but sex. And I mean, sure, maybe like 90% of the time, but the other 10% actually want meaningful relationships that are actually trying. And so that's where he got that wrong. My aunt now has a boyfriend. I'm not name dropping anybody, because I don't want anybody to get hurt or injured in any way. But from the sounds of it, he's a really great guy. And he actually treats my aunt with respect and loves her the way she is and doesn't want her to ever change. And quite frankly, I think that's how it should be. I always thought that a marriage was meant to go till you die. When you say I do, and that, you know, you'll love me through like thick and thin and fucking till death do us part, it means till death do you part. You fucking work that shit out, and you fucking sit in your corner for like a bit, and then you come back at it. You don't fucking say, no, I'm done with you, fuck it, and go away. That's not how a marriage works. That's not how I've seen how a marriage works. I mean, sometimes a divorce is needed. Quite frankly, I think my parents need to divorce, or should have divorced 6 years ago, because what they've done has pretty much damaged me. I'm not gonna lie. It's damaged me. It's probably damaged, like, my sister. I have no respectful views of them anymore, because they've pretty much acted like children for, like, the past 6 years of them fighting for a marriage. I'm not gonna get into detail of that. That'd probably be a totally separate video. Because this would go on forever if I talked about that. And then the end of October, I got a great job at Additional. I met some really great people. They're like my second family. And unfortunately, as of the 14th of this month, the 15th of this month, I will be leaving to be going up to Fort McMurray. Now, you're all sitting, okay, where the fuck did Fort McMurray come from? In December, my boyfriend got offered from his uncle to come up and help him work on some drywall and mudding, like drywall taping and mudding and stuff. So he's been up there since like the 4th, so it's been about a month since he's gone. And I'm going up there just because we are both getting really, I want to say lonely. And we're going crazy because we don't have each other there. Like, it's one thing to be sitting in a room alone and kind of crazy. Like, it kind of drives you up the wall when there's no one to talk to and you've got nothing to do. Whereas when you have someone with you, you can sit in silence and feel like you've got everything, if that makes sense. And that's kind of what we're missing right now. And the sheer fact that we both have debt. He should have brought me up in December with him in the first place, but as it is, what's done is done. You can't fix it. But I'm going up now, so that's a plus. And so he's got his debt being dealt with. I've got mine that'll be being dealt with. And then we're not going to be up there permanently. Only for like 6 months. And then we're coming back. So it'd probably be like the end of June, beginning of July when we'd come back. Because he starts school on the 3rd of July. He's going to be going to school for some electronic, it's like making dubstep, and like, that's pretty much it. It's making dubstep. So he's going to learn to go and do that, and then eventually, when he finishes, which will be in 2018, he'll probably be able to start making a career for himself in that. And then as for me, I'm thinking of starting school in September to do medical office if I cannot get into that, which I don't see me able to because I can't get my first aid by the end of the month and I can't go in for my keyboarding or anything. So I'm a little screwed on that one. I'm a little tied. So I might actually have to just wait until January and see what I can do. Or even wait until I get back and attempt to do like an online course. Which isn't that bad because it'd be the same thing. It would just be an upgrade from the MOA. And if I can't do that, then I'm probably just going to go into office. And if I can't get into office, it'll probably be like a trade. Which I'm slightly more leaning towards right now. I see me more as like a hands-on kind of girl, not like a sit behind a desk, look pretty kind of girl. But at the same time, I want to be that. So it's a bit of a trying to find my niche and like figuring it out. Which should be obvious. It's probably trades. So I should probably just wait for next January to start the Women in Trades program and get that all sorted. Because, yeah, it's what it is, and you make more money in trades, just saying. But yeah, that's pretty much my update in a nutshell. Done really fast, and pretty much like everyone's used to it. It's not so much a bitching video anymore, since I've pretty much grown up from that. Just saying. But I have things that have to get done. So I'm going to go do those. If you aren't already subscribed to my life, you can hit the subscribe button down there. Give this video either a like or a thumbs down, leave a comment. Let's leave this on a positive note with a question. What was your guys' New Year's resolution, and how do you plan to get it done? Mine was to look at life with a more positive outlook and to probably do more drawing than I normally do. But that is that. I can't wait to read your guys' comments in the bottom, and I will see you guys next time.